Breaking the Cycle Hunger Strike, day 16. So I've decided, as mentioned in yesterday's video, to extend the hunger strike by starting to allow maybe a piece or two of flatbread per day. For those of you wondering how that works, it just means that it could be months before I suffer serious physical ill health, and it will likely start with symptoms of scurvy because nothing in my diet provides vitamin C. And I want you to know I understand that my suffering is less than what people who experience true starvation suffer. Now, so far, we're into week 3. I've mentioned 2 ways to end the hunger strike. One is people start talking about, and we get vast awareness of the cooperation economic system, which in my opinion is the only survival plan on the table that takes care of all humanity instead of just helping the elite build their silos. And the other one, that somebody organizes, raises, and administers a $100,000 fund so that we can test the models I have for extracting energy from gravity as proven in the Zenodo experiment, which can be found at zenodo.org/records/18069994, where we see a weight lift another weight the full distance, which suggests the potential energy supplied more energy than in theory it should have. Now I'll reveal a third way to end the hunger strike, and that is for somebody to organize a hunger strike chain where people will commit to going without food for 1, 2, or 3 days. And when we have a non-stop chain for at least a month, I'll cease my hunger strike. Now, some may wonder, why do I want to extend the suffering or my suffering? Well, I'm going to flip that question. Why do you want to extend the suffering? Think about it. I've told you there's a coherent plan that systems experts have looked at. In fact, the most recent one that looked at it and gave it a thorough analysis through their governance lens still only found the only problem was it lacks hierarchy. And of course, in private dialogue with the gentleman, he admits that yes, his system is designed to assume hierarchy. If there's rules, it assumes hierarchy because that's the way governance theory works. But he also admits that there are systems where rules are more the boundaries of how something is done within a guideline, and the people themselves, the participants, regulate themselves. This is best seen in childhood games. When we played games of Monopoly, there's set rules. Those give us the boundaries of what we're allowed to do inside the game. And most of us, when we played Monopoly, did not have a referee to adjudicate disagreements. And so, because everyone wants the game to succeed and have fun, the players decide what's valid, how the rules apply, and what's applicable. And in many cases, families that played together a lot, or same group of friends playing together a lot, often developed what were called home rules. Rules that they all agreed were fair. Well, the cooperation economic system is run this way. It's meant to have governance at the cellular level, individuals who then work together with their local community to decide on how they want things done. And the mechanism even allows for votes. people are paid to actually research any particular issue that comes up, whether it's local, regional, international, and the appropriate stakeholders can research, be paid their time to research, and then vote so that the people apply. The main thing about the cooperation economic system is that it's designed not to have authority, because authority logically means somebody has to be coerced or forced to act a certain way, which goes against the fundamental principle of freedom. That's why the whole system is designed to work from the bottom up rather than the top down, and can generate as many funds as it needs to make coordination possible. So people might be encouraged to act a certain way because they're rewarded to act that way, rather than they're penalized not to act a different way. Then the question becomes, why do you want to keep suffering from high electric bills? I've shown you an experiment that definitively proves the model we have of assuming gravity is conservative in all circumstances and configurations is not valid. The anomaly has held. There have been almost 1,100 downloads. And out of those, it's such a simple experiment, I'd be surprised that at least 70% of them haven't tested the experiment and gone, yeah, it holds, or else they would have been lambasting it. But yet, despite the fact that you might save thousands of dollars a year on your electric bill, because you can actually build your own gravity converter in your home, you're not racing to test the models. You're not racing to prove that it can be done. So why do you want the suffering to continue?